plans change. Spend more than a couple days off-grid and you know what we know. Planning is an armchair sport developed to pass the time between adventures. The horse that will take you across the finish line is preparation. We didn't come on this adventure planning to have our path dead end in unstable roads. We didn't plan on having a Jeep that wouldn't start in the rain. One of the reasons we seek the wilderness is to test our mettle and discover our weakness. We return home with notes, adjust our setups, and then head back out again. What is this, a cabriolet or something?
Yeah, Volkswagen Cabriolet.
Lasts forever. It's like,
Right.
look at all this stuff in there.
Like $1,000. Don't lowball me. I know what I got.
I know what I got. So what do you think that is up by me?
I have no idea what that is.
It's been stripped for parts, obviously. Over here's a tractor. It had to have rubber tires.
That's it.
Yeah. A nice PTO. Like, how did the tires get off this thing? Somebody took them off, shot them off. The elements. You got the idea. You just need wheels and most of the rest of this motor. These guys couldn't help themselves from looking under the hood. Guys, you're not going to be able to fix it.
Yeah, we can. We need the duct tape.
They're pretty sure they could drive it out of here. Makes you wonder how that thing got here. Well, it had to be done. I had to tell these guys to stop working on it, and I just ran over it. This is pretty much flexed out most of the way. Good opportunity to take a look inside. You know, little stones I picked up along the way. We were down at the very end of this ridge right here. You can see this ridge, that's where we were, and we've come all the way around. This has been pretty much a ridge drive, and came across this way, and now we're continuing on. This is Sycamore Flats is down here. This is Plaskett Ridge over here. We're gonna bypass that one and go past it to Prewitt is our plan. The side is green on the other side, brown on this side. Looks like there was a big fire. I could only imagine that they made this ridge their last stand. As we continued to drive, we realized there was more fire damage up here than we had thought. And then, as we rounded a corner, one of our fears was confirmed. The road we had planned on taking out of here was closed. So the situation is this. We came up here via Los Burros Road and found a really awesome camp spot that was really hard to get to, and it was kind of exactly what we were looking for. And our plan was to come up to Prewitt Ridge, which is a better known spot, camp there, and then drive on a road actually back through the mountains over here, and then connect up with the 101 and go south. Well, we've hit that road, and that road says closed because of fire damage. Trying to call the Rangers. It's 4 p.m., which is about when they close shop. We're lucky to get service up here. I have to have the Wii Boost on. I have to be standing on top of the tent. I called them. I left them a message. I don't imagine they're going to call us back. It's supposed to rain tonight, and part of the reason we didn't want to go back the way we came is it would be a little bit sketchy in the rain, and so we kind of had this whole plan of getting out of here before the rain hits. What's that?
I really don't want to go back to where we came from.
Greg, are you worried at all about the road being passable?
Only a couple certain spots.
Where that landslide was?
Yeah, where the landslide was.
That was the one.
That would be bad.
We're up in the air trying to figure out how we're gonna get off this beautiful mountain. So this is the rain fly, and I usually have this actually just tucked away. I leave it tucked away. I close the tent up like that, and it's rare that I actually use the poles and set up this rain fly, but we're gonna do that because there's gonna be rain tonight. The reason I usually keep this put away is because of wind, and I have insulation, so this isn't gonna keep me any warmer, and it will make a ton of noise in the wind. I wanna show you some colors right now. I've ridden the Surron up this hill. You can kind of see this is the top spot. Camp is down there. And I'm wondering whether or not I can get any reception, because it looks like the ranger tried to call me back. I'm in one of those spots where the reception kind of comes and goes. Well, it got dark really fast out here. I've got great service. I've got LTE. I had to drive up to like a third mountaintop, but I found a spot where there is. And I've called the ranger like 4 or 5 times, haven't gotten through. So, you know, I'm going to take that as no contact. And we will figure the rest out, see what happens when the rain comes in. Time to head back to camp. I've been gone. I made a bunch of phone calls and stuff. And hopefully the guys aren't like out sending a search party for me. All right. Thank you, Don, for recording. You're getting a free sandwich out of this, so I don't feel so bad for you. By the way, got just some Brussels sprouts that I'm cooking up here. Seasoned, oiled, all that before we came out. Makes it a lot easier. My favorite sandwich when we're camping is to take some bread. I've got some sourdough. I put a little butter on it. And basically what I'm doing is I am making a Reuben. So I'm going to put that down and I'm going to start the fire up. Got this guy. Boom, we got fire. Now that's going to start to get warm. What I need to do is throw some sauerkraut on here. So sauerkraut and some Swiss cheese. I like to put the Swiss cheese over the sauerkraut. And then the last thing to add is the pastrami. And I put it on here so it gets warm as well. And what's going to happen is I'm going to let this guy cook for a minute. And then I'm going to fold them together. And it's basically going to become this grilled cheese pastrami. And at the end of it, we'll put some Thousand Island on it. And I promise you it's going to be the best thing you've had out here in a while. Especially on a cold night like this, it's going to be great. Man, that sunset tonight was more colors than I've seen in a sunset in a really long time.
It's beautiful up here.
Just so crazy.
What was the best part of this trip so far?
So far, man, I had so much fun in those dunes.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool just because I haven't done the dunes before, and going with you because you have already hit these jumps and been in these dust bowls, and I never would have gotten up as high as I did on the side of those walls. Basically what happened is we went to these dunes. Mm-hmm. Don was driving. He's been there, and Don's a little bit daring with his vehicle anyways, and he's just as heavy, just as low, just as top heavy and loaded as I am. So I know whatever you could do in yours, I can do it as well, right? So I would watch you and just see your tire tracks, and if things came out okay, I'd floor it and do the same thing. And if you hit that jump too hard and your water thing broke, I said, nope, don't follow those tracks. I see the cheese is starting to melt just a little bit. That means the meat must be warm. That's a good sign. I keep looking to see if I'm getting very browned. I'm gonna actually turn this over onto itself. Oh, I like that. That's a nice. Now I'm gonna squish it together. Get some of that cheese melting in there. Let's see if I can turn this guy over without hurting it. Yeah. All right. There we go. Now, you want the Thousand Island dressing?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Then, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some of these Brussels sprouts. I think they're nice, hot, and ready. I got some more here for me. Oh yeah. Okay. Turn that bad boy off. All right. You want to see? You want to see what a bite out of this sandwich looks like? You ready for this? All right. Got a bite. Melty cheese on a cold night with hot pastrami and sauerkraut. All right, Don. Let him know. Is this sandwich everything I cracked it up to be?
No. So good.
Come on, Greg. You know you want one.
It does smell really good.